On, everyone? I didn't think you guys were going to be able to see me. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to connect with me. I was on my way home from a 12-step meeting and I received angelic number, I believe, hold on one second, 844 if I'm not mistaken, and it was basically telling me to um, work a little more diligently in regard to my goals. And it compelled me to park where I'm at right now and reach out to you guys. This is another way of me opening the doors um, to us getting to know each other much better. You know, I haven't really connected with you guys on that type of level, and I want to break the ice. And yeah, anyway, as I said, I just wrapped up a 12-step meeting, and I'm in familiar territories. And as a addict, you want to elude places that you done drugs at. But I wanted to show you guys that I'm not on any BS. I am real in regard to my platform, in regard to me, in regard to my life, in regard to the message that I'm putting out there to help addicts. But I am in familiar territory where I used to do a lot of methamphetamine, pick up scallywags and all type of stuff. And if you guys are familiar with the I'm thinking about Las Vegas. If you guys are familiar with the Arizona area, I am off of Queen Creek. Oh my God! As many times as damn, I can't get my words out right. As many times as I come through this area, Queen Creek Road, I do believe that's the street, and Bell. Anyway, this particular area, I guess it still is called the Square, and I see why it's called the Square because it's a square. Hold on one second, I'll show you guys. It's a square full of businesses, and right up over here in this area, baby, I'm telling you, we used to smoke tall methamphetamine. It would be packs of people in this area right here. And when I was a part of the life, I would be right up there with them, sitting down, standing up, and bitch, I would go, not bitch, but I would go behind this building and suck all type of dick and twist methamphetamine pipes. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. This is what I used to do while I was caught up in the life. All across over here was nothing but motherfuckers smoking methamphetamine. This was something totally different. That wasn't what it is right now. Over here by the urgent care, can y'all see the urgent care? This was open. It wasn't, how can I say? It wasn't fenced in. Now they have it closed off, because people used to, be in the crevice smoking methamphetamine and getting extra damn high. Oh my God. Hold on one second. Maybe I would take you guys on a trip. Speaking of trip, Quick Trip is right across the street. I used to pick up, who is that? Okay, first of all, let me explain something which I don't have to explain. I do have a congenital detached retina. That's what the fuck is wrong with my eyes, bitch. If that, I don't mean to come out of my um, I don't mean to come out of my character because I don't lower my vibrations to people's ignorance, but to, let you know that is what's wrong with my eye. A congenital, if you know what the word congenital means, detached retina. And, anyway, you can go somewhere else because I don't need people's low vibrational energies on my platform. But anyway, as I was saying, you guys, before I was rudely interrupted by someone's ignorance, across the street is a Quick Trip, and I used to do a lot of methamphetamine in that particular area as well, and pick up the scallywags and all of that type of shit as well. Oh, thank you for being honest. I really do appreciate that. It's people such as you that how can I say it? I mean, that just makes this world a better place. You're not afraid to stand in your power and speak your truth. And, that just says a lot about you. Thanks a lot for sharing that information. I really do appreciate it. Oh, you used to shoot it. Oh, wow. That's one thing I've never tried. People offered me the needle, but I don't. When I go to the doctor, yeah, to get a needle stuck in my vein is, I can't take it. So I would definitely not be a good addict in regards to the whole needle aspect. But I hear it's a huge. Well, now, what were you shooting? Was it methamphetamine or something else? Hello, how are you? And thank you guys that are bringing in positive energies. This overshadows the individual that was being rude in regard to my eye. There's a way that you can ask a person something without showing your fucking ignorance. And, that's all I'm saying. Oh, congratulations to you, 8 years sober. I do believe today I am about 107 days clean from methamphetamine. So yes, let's keep it going. No, I'm not still on anything. I reserve the right to speak my mind, and that's what I'm doing. I think you would be offended too if someone came at you in regard to their question instead of coming to you and formatting it in a whole different manner. That's where I'm coming from. But, you or anyone else would never take that power away from me. I'm just freely giving it because I wanted to express the way I felt in regard to that comment. But no, no, I don't have time for, people's low vibrational energies or whatever, because I'm way up here and I'm trying to live my best life and live within my 5D conscious mode, whether versus my 3D conscious. Me giving you a reaction is 3D. Me ignoring it or whatever the case may be, would have been 5D. But that's not the whole point. My platform is not about eyes or whatever. It's about helping those individuals that are addicts elude that addiction relapse phase and enter their recovery phase where magic is happening, not only for myself. I want to spread that energy to those addicts out there that need it the most. I'm hot as hell right now, but I felt the need to park in this very parking lot where, like I told y'all, I did methamphetamine and all type of motherfucking shit. Um, I mean, my God, like I told group tonight, and I'm sorry, to the person, in regards to the icon comment, that's not me, but I get offended by that because I was teased by that shit, but years ago. But like I was telling my people, in 12 step tonight, if I can make 18 weeks of a intensive care program that I forced myself into in order to remain sober and in my recovery phase, then a lot of you, individuals out here can too. I know that the severity case of everyone that's addicted is totally different, but sometimes we just have to force ourselves to do something. I did not want to go to these motherfucking meetings and sit there and listen to people's stories and whatever the case may be, but the caring of sharing and the power of sharing helps so many different people. And just sitting there listening to all of those stories in regard to people that deal with addiction in their own particular way, it's some powerful stuff. Oh my God, it's hot. Hold on 1 second, you guys. We may take a journey real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me read some stuff. Exactly. A lot of us individuals in this world, unfortunately, have to drop people, places, and or things to, reach sobriety and a better life. And me giving my addiction up to the spiritual realm, I allowed them to remove people, places, and things out of my life because that gets tiring. Shit. Let them do that while I recover, and that's what they wanted me to do, recover while they take care of everything else. So I get what you're saying. You said, why it's so important to go. Oh, definitely, definitely. I understand exactly what you're saying. And that's why I forced myself to go to a 12-step meeting tonight because after I graduated from that 18-week intensive active care program, it wasn't like I was too good to enter into their supportive care program, but I needed a break from it all. You know, before I went into active care, I was going to 12-step, and I was actively attending that, plus going to the place where I graduated from. So it was just too much. It was way too much, and I just needed a break away from all of that. Plus I wanted to celebrate my sobriety and my milestones and whatever else. But I get what you're saying. Okay, you said you forget the sadness, misery, anger, and all. you know the thing that I see people elude in groups and counseling and stuff like that are the psychosis that at least came with my addiction. I think people fear the fact that they may be judged in regard to what they experience under psychosis. And some people feel like that isn't real. But me living a spiritual life and coming from a spiritual background, my whole battle with addiction was spiritual. And what I went through psychosis wise, the scars, all of that shit is definitely real. It definitely makes me more of a believer than what I was before my addiction. So yes, let me see what you said. Oh yes, the lack of. But you know what? Through my addiction, I learned how to fight Satan back. I learned to sleep. I learned to eat. I learned to drink plenty of damn water because he would strip you away from all of that. So I learned to kind of, fight fire with fire. I'm not going to say I started conquering my addiction because I didn't conquer shit. I had to admit, like a lot of people that are reading the big book or pretty much read the big book and have, followed the steps. I haven't made the steps yet, but, you know, to apply them to your life is, oh my God. Oh my God, there's so much I could talk to y'all about. Okay, who said what? Bro, can you tell me your name? My name is D. That's my name, D. Nice to meet you. I really do appreciate all of you guys' energies. I really do appreciate it. I'm not a expert at this, so excuse my approach, to you guys. I am definitely going to go to prompt classes or some type of speech classes because, like most addicts and people with ADHD, I'm not just an addict, but I do live with bipolar depression and ADHD. And I feel the symptoms of the abuse of my drug addiction, and I feel the symptoms of ADHD in regard to my speech, and I don't like that. So to be a better podcaster, because I do have a podcasting platform. Matter of fact, some of you guys that come from addiction, like you that explain your story here, feel free to share that on my podcast. Myself and my partner are looking for individuals to continue that cycle of sharing. And I would love to interview some of you guys on my podcast. All of my platforms are up and rising. It's just a matter of me getting the big dogs behind my belt and making things happen. Like the YouTube expert that reached out to me, and I was just so damn less than smart in regard to my response. I need to reach back out to them so they can SEO monetize my YouTube platform and reach a broader audience of people that need to not necessarily hear my message, but at least benefit from it. If I can help one addict out there, put one foot in front of the other towards that walk into recovery so that they can, receive equal amounts of magic that I'm receiving, then I've done my job, and that makes me happy. Let me see. You have a sponsor? No, I don't have a sponsor. I will look for a sponsor along the way. I do hear that, oh my God, it's moist. I do hear that a sponsor is of value. Hold on, y'all. I do hear that a sponsor is of value when you are coming from any form of addiction, alcoholism, or whatever the case may be. Hold on. those are the type of people that I used to kick it with. And I'm just so, oh my God. And I'm not triggered. You know, what are some of the things that may trigger some of you guys? Me being in this area, I do know that I am testing the waters. Anything could trigger me. A scallywag can come through here shirtless and whatever, you know, and I may get triggered by it and want to do methamphetamine with them and everything else. So I am putting myself out there for you guys, which I don't really care because I'm like Sia. I'm powerful. But I do know that I can relapse at any point in time. So let me stop popping my collar. But I am a lot more powerful. Damn, they coming out the blue woodwork. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. I don't want nobody to see me record. Hold on. They coming. Hold on. Okay. I told y'all this area is active. What time is it? It's only 9:29. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. Hold on. Let me see who said. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read what you guys said. Okay. Thanks to whoever is still here with me. I really do appreciate you. Oh my God. I ask me some more questions if you guys want. You know, I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Oh my God. It's one thing to be high, but it's another thing to be moist. Oh my goodness. Okay. Depression is a hard one. I have a lot of death in my story. My mental health is the biggest trigger. I like No, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and thank you for being so honest. Let me see. When I was going through my battle with depression, especially, you know, while addiction was involved with that, it was hard for me to get off the couch for weeks at a time because I was just really going through it, the tears and everything else. Depression, when they say depression hurts, it really does hurt. And I wish you the best in regard to, you know, that I don't want to say battle with depression, but um, I guess the thing with me and my mental health is I want to get to know my addiction. I mean, not my addiction. I want to get to know my ADHD and I want to get to know my bipolar, but more my ADHD than anything. The bipolar is cool, calm, and collective. I don't want to fight against it. I want to work with it and better understand it so that we can partner up and work with each other. And I think beautiful magic can happen if we work with each other because it's a beauty being ADHD. From my understanding, going to Recovia, people with ADHD and certain other mental health, I don't want to say issues, but you know, born with mental health, they recruit us because we have different mind frames that think outside the box, and businesses and stuff like that can benefit from us. So it's not a bad thing to have ADHD or bipolar or whatever. I mean, look at Britney Spears, that bitch bipolar. Jennifer Lewis, she's bipolar. A well-known actress. Who else? There's a lot of famous people. Not that I'm trying to highlight famous people, but as an example, there are a lot of famous people out there that have mental health issues, but that I can't say how mental health affected them, but from what I see, it hasn't stopped them from reaching their goals and, you know, making a success story out of themselves. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh, wait, let me see what you guys said. I'm sorry. Hi, how are you? I do apologize if I'm looking off. I'm just checking my surroundings as I address you guys. And, you know, I usually don't go live, but I want to familiarize myself with you guys a lot more than what I have been. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. I'm a sponsor. Okay. So. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading. I'm bipolar 2 as well. Welcome to the club. Hold on one second. I was on meds. Okay, I'm on meds too right now, currently. Oh, did you go through like a lot of withdrawal and things like that while you were entering into your recovery phase, did your body crave, oh my God, I had to turn my car on. Did your body crave methamphetamine like my body crave, I mean, not methamphetamine, I don't know what your drug of choice is, or was, but did your body crave it while you were entering into your recovery phase? Okay, let me see. My first year of sobriety was hard. I got off meds and I learned me for the first time. My heart and soul started. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you. I don't want to butcher your name. Esther. I'm sorry. I will butcher a person's name. But thank you guys for engaging. I really do appreciate that. I was a little scared to reach out to you guys. I didn't know how you would reciprocate me, and I'm I'm glad that I'm open enough for you guys to be open enough, with me. As I, tell you guys on a intermittent basis, this platform is not just about me, it's about you guys as well. And, thanks so much for opening up. Okay, what's hardest thing being bipolar type 2? Um, there's a lot of anger associated with being bipolar too, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I used to love snapping out on bitches, okay? I would love getting on 10 and going the fuck off, okay? I went off and oh my God, I went to a food pantry and I do feel bad about this today, but I went off because they slammed my trunk after putting the food in there. It's a long story, but my anger would get the best of me. But I think the worst thing about being bipolar too, if there's depression added on, oh, these scallywags is getting it in. Hold on, hold on. Okay, y'all see where they sitting at right over there? I used to do meth right over there too. Y'all see how active this area is excuse me. Y'all see how active this area is becoming? It was a lot more active than this. The universe has done justice in regard to sweeping up everything, but no, this area, child. Okay, let me see. I don't want to ignore you guys, but I think the worst thing is if depression is associated with your bipolar too, that could be the worst thing, because when, at least with me, when I fell into a depression, it was hard to get me out of it. No amount of courage or anything like that would influence me to feel better about myself or my circumstances and or situation. Okay, let me see. Not really. I was so beat down. I want to get high. Oh, I am so sorry that your best friend died of an overdose. Oh my God. I've seen people go through overdose, not severe, but I've seen a person, pass the fuck out, due to overdose, and, people slapping their face to, wake them. It's a scary thing. It's a very scary thing. And I'm glad that you overcame that. It's no joke. And people that are watching this, or people that may be walking by that's, in the matrix, the drug world. I have the scars to prove that it is not worth joining that particular lifestyle. I haven't shown you guys, the full extent in regard to my scars associated with my methamphetamine life. But, Satan doesn't play the game. He, I will say, literally messed me up in a spiritual sense, and my shoulders are all jacked up. My back is all jacked up. Yeah, I will bear these scars for life unless I have them surgically removed some type of way. But I will never, ever forget that I was a part of that world due to these scars that I bear on my body. Okay, I just wanted to live. I can't blame you, but when you are dealing with addiction, Satan doesn't want you to live, and you have to fight hard in order to break free from his bondage. And you are a true fighter because you broke from that bondage, and you're here and you're sharing your story with not only me, but whoever is listening and watching. So be proud of yourself. You are more powerful than what you give I can't say what you give yourself credit. You may already know that you're one powerful person, but I'm telling you that you are beyond powerful, because it takes a strong person to uh, make themselves vulnerable. You know, let me see. I don't want to ignore you guys. Okay, sorry, I really don't English speakers. Oh, you are fine. There's no discrimination here. I've been discriminated. Shit, I've probably been discriminated against since before I came out the coochie. Excuse my French, but I've been discriminated against and still get discriminated against. So I would like to say that my platform is a no free. I'm sorry, you guys. Is a no judgment free zone. But there are. I have to keep it real. Assholes in the world that will try to test your spirit. And I'm the type of empath. My spirit upsets a lot of people's demons. I promise you. And I can't help that. That's something that they have to deal with. Okay, let's see what you guys have said. Wait, you guys are sharing your story. Be proud of you. Okay, thank you. This is like my. Oh, you know what? Thank you for being open and honest. I really do appreciate this. I'm not. I'm not sure if you guys are on Facebook or not, but Facebook definitely have given me the. Oh, what can I say? Oh my God, there's just so many groups that are geared towards my niche, which is addiction and recovery. I'm taking relapse out of my title, addiction, relapse, and recovery, because a relapse should not be a part of anyone's recovery story. But I understand, it all goes hand in hand to a degree. But oh my God, the addiction recovery community or movement is a huge thing that is continuing to become larger. There are so many beautiful people in our community that it makes no sense. You can just relapse and you still look beautiful. That's how beautiful the addiction recovery community is. If you are on Facebook, check out some of those groups. And it also educated me, because I did not know. I knew that India had a problem with drugs, but Bangladesh and all these other different countries have a narcotic anonymous issue. And yeah, hold on, let me see what you guys said. Thank you very much, and continue blessings to you and yours. I really do appreciate you and your energy. Yes. Well, I'm wishing you the best moving forward. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you got this in the bag. I'm pretty sure you kicking demons' asses and whatever else the case may be in order to remain sober and make it happen. I try, with me and my addiction, I try to fight for those individuals that don't have the strength to fight for themselves. But at the end of the day, I would literally be dead, considering I already have people in my life that I hate to say it, but they're psychic vampires. They will steal my energy. That's because I allow it, and I'm just drained at the end of the day. So I have to further learn how to protective, not barriers, but oh my God, what is the word? Oh, I can't think of it right now. But yeah. Okay, who is still in here? Okay, you said, I'm in Florida and they hold a couple down here. Oh my God, I hear so many bad things about Florida. I'm pretty sure Florida is not the worst place to live or visit or whatever. But, like here in Phoenix, drugs, from what I've heard, run pretty rapid out there in Florida. Well, shit, if a man is biting up another person's face because they high on damn bath salts, I mean, yeah. But oh, you from New York? Oh my God, I can just imagine the drug scene in New York, especially the underground and especially the club scene. So were you actively using drugs while you were in New York, or did that come about um, after you left New York? Thank you guys for joining. I really do appreciate it. So your addiction happened in New York, or after? I'm sorry, you said yes, but I'm not sure. Yes to what? Okay, you got sober in New York. Okay, that's good. In Albany. Okay, good, good. I'm happy for you, and you sharing your story. I do believe encouraged someone else here, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you very much. That's what it's all about, you guys. I see why now reading the big book, which is associated with Alcoholic Anonymous, pretty much all addiction. I see why they capitalize on the power of sharing, because it is phenomenal. One person's story can help that other person that have similarities, and I love it. I love it. I'm just going through my messages here. Thank you guys. Oh my God. I'm really happy in regard to the engagement. Something told me after my 12 step meeting to, um, go live with you guys. And I'm glad that I did. I'm happy. I don't want to hold you all. I just wanted to connect. I think they're getting high. Hold on one second. I don't mean to bust nobody out, because I hate that. This happened to me in Vegas. I was living as a woman, and I was walking down the street, being hoish, and this car approached and pretty much passed me and was like, "Hey," the person was on the passenger side, leaning out the window. And when they said, "Hey," of course I turned around thinking it was a date, and they had their camera phone all up in my damn face and took a video or whatever they did. Till this day, I don't know where that footage is at or whatever, but I tend to not try and have my camera all up in people's faces, because I know how it feels, to be recorded about without your consent. Excuse me. But it is what it is. Y'all are pretty much in public, not trying to be discreet, getting high, and it was worse than this. Like I told you guys, it would be all type of individuals out here getting high, in front of families and all type of stuff. So yeah, that's bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I mean, I didn't see the question. I don't have a partner. I'm not against being in a relationship, but the biggest relationship that I want to have currently is with myself. Um, I'm not laughing at what you said, but I mean, keep it real. Wishing Fox. Hell, child, not to call you child, I done methamphetamine, not in the cemetery. I more or less, oh my God, I don't want to sound, I'm trying to refrain from being so, um, they're coming out the woodwork. I'm trying to refrain from being so ratchet at the mouth, because I can be explicit, and not have any filter. But I mean, keep shit. I was so fucking sick. You're keeping it real. You would be surprised at the places people have done drugs. I'm trying to think of some of the places where I've done drugs where I know damn good and well I should not have done. Oh my God. I'm trying to think. Not to put these people on blast, but I too have done, methamphetamine in public. I think at a bus stop, just, no, you said on the bus. I was at the bus stop. I do believe that Oh, child, I don't smoke methamphetamine behind people's buildings. Oh my God, the list goes on where I got high at. It didn't matter, as long as I was getting high and had a piece of scallywag next to me. That's all that mattered. You found a coke bag in the White House. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, let me. You found a coke bag in the White House. Is that what you're saying? How was Vegas? Vegas would have been okay had I not merged up the straight and narrow and started methamphetamine. That's where my addiction started. I was living as a transsexual female. I went out with my ex roommates to a bar that is associated with the Fruit Loop area. There's two Fruit Loop areas in Las Vegas. That's where the gay gays hang out. There's a smaller Fruit Loop area where there's clubs pretty much in a square area, kind of like where I'm at right now. And then there's a bigger Fruit Loop area, kind of like what I'm sitting at right now. That's have different clubs and stuff. And this particular bar is called the Las Vegas Lounge, dedicated to transsexuals and their admirers. I met a guy there, and me being from the Midwest, I was naive to or ignorant to what methamphetamine was. I just remember it being crystal sparkly, and the person took their keys and dug it into the methamphetamine. They took a couple of bumps. They gave me a couple of bumps, and that was it for me. I opened up Pandora's box and I unleashed those demons by doing those couple of bumps of meth, and I was hooked. That's how I began my addiction. Okay, let me see. You know what? I would not doubt it in regard to finding a coke bag in the White House. Can you just imagine all of the drugs that are passed around in Hollywood, the White House? I mean, shit. P. Diddy already pretty much broke the news. Well, I already knew that they were having sex parties out there, but these people have to be on some form of drug to be, screwing all night long and passing each other around and whatever else the case may be. Drugs are involved with all of that mess. So I could just and look at Bill Clinton. What's that woman named Monica Lewinsky had her on her knees slobbing his knob. They probably was high as hell doing that shit. I'm pretty sure. Monica Lewinsky, that's her name. She was slobbing that dick. Ooh, excuse my French. Oh yeah, when I did my them first couple of months of methamphetamine, I definitely liked it. But thank God along the way they changed the formula of methamphetamine, and it started to disgust me. And I'm glad that it did that, because had the formula been like it was back in my Vegas days, crystal clear, a couple of hits would have you high for a good couple of days, I would probably not be in my recovery phase right now. I would be high as fuck, like these people to the left of me. Okay. I like your spirit. I like your energy. Even though we are probably miles and miles away from each other, I still feel energy, and I feel like you are just a dope. Oh, not to use the word dope, but I just think that you're a pretty chill person with some good energy. So thank you very much for being open and honest and sticking here with me. Thank you, Wishing Fox. Let me ask you a question, because I don't want to be I don't want to disrespect. Are you male or female? So I know how to further come at you. Thank you for your energy. Oh my God. And thank you for being honest. I can't thank you enough for that. Male. Okay, perfect, excellent. And that makes it better as well, that another male has came forward and shared their story of addiction. I think that a lot of men cower. I don't want to say cower, but I think a lot of men, there's a lot of stigma in regard to men, addiction, recovery, and whatever else. So you kind of breaking that ice in regard to being a male going through addiction, now recovered and whatever else, you're giving those other males out there some form of hope. So thanks. Um, I don't know. I have a different relationship with human beings. It's not that I don't like humans, but they get on my nerves, and I how can I say this? There are people there are people that are of the world, and there are people that are just spirit wrapped in matter, living a earthly experience, and that is me. I navigate the world with spiritual eyes, and I'll be honest with you, I see, feel things that scare me. Like the news and stuff like that. I just see a lot of stuff, and yeah, but I get what you're saying. We're human and we make mistakes and whatever else. In the end, we only have one life. We do. And this is why I fought so hard in regard to severing ways with my addiction, because had I continued on living that life, I wouldn't be sitting here live with you guys. You know what I mean? I could overdose just like some other individuals. 9:55. But yeah, I'm trying to make the best of my life. I'm 48. I have, I'm almost a half of a decade, so I'm not sure when I'm going to leave this world, but I want to fulfill my spiritual contract the best way that I possibly can. The light is at the end of the tunnel for me. I just have to remain focused. That's hard to do being ADHD, but I have to remain focused, and allow limited distraction. You said, let's see. So in Vegas, how long? Be- I was in Vegas. I can't think of what year I moved to Vegas. I just know it was shortly after my favorite singer, Aaliyah, passed away. I remember getting the phone call that she died. I didn't believe it. And I'm going to say maybe a week or so. I'm not sure. I just know that it was a little after she passed away. I moved to Las Vegas, and I did not get sober in Vegas. Hell no, I didn't get sober in Vegas. No, I tried to get sober in Vegas, but I was around too much influence. It was way too hard for me to get sober. I have my mom in my life. I don't have my father in my life anymore. Not that he was in my life to begin with. This is why I enter into the type of therapy and or counseling that I enter into, because I wanted to learn cognitive behavior and why I am doing certain things. Am I seeking out scallywags and doing methamphetamine or whatever the case may be because I lack that attention from my father growing up? I want to better understand myself and why I am attracting certain energies. And so yeah, to answer your question, no, my father is not in my life. Never has been. Thanks for your questions. Did you have a family or anything, or how does that work? I'm not trying to pry in your business, but I want to check something real quick. Oh, I can't. Okay. Okay. So, were your children in your life while you were actively using, or no? While you answer that question, another beauty in regard to the addiction recovery community is the fact that we're supported by children, pets, and all type of different things. I went to a Cocaine Anonymous convention held here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and oh my God, the energy in that building alone was so, oh my God, just great energy, and seeing kids supporting their parents or their mom or dad, because some people may have split due to addiction, but to see those kids, they're supporting, their parents. That's, yeah, that says it all. Oh, kids. Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Okay, is she proud of me? My mom? My mom is very proud of me. My mom, I put my mom through the ringer in regard to my addiction, especially when I went through psychosis. I would call her to book plane tickets for me because shit, I couldn't afford it. I spent my money on methamphetamine. So I would take a flight back to Illinois. Oh my God, just beat down. I mean, beat the hell down. And I know my mom did not want to see me in that particular condition, but all of what I went through in regard to my addiction is what I needed to is what I needed to go through in order to shape me into the individual that I am now, and continuously, not continuously, but still becoming shit, in lack of better words. Okay, that was my big reason. Also, I stayed sober from my mom. Excellent, because if you have any moral compass about yourself, you don't want to see, especially the person that gave birth to you, going through sleepless nights, thinking about you out there on the streets, dealing with drugs. That's not fair to them. Oh no, I was in jail and she had cancer. Oh wow, that would have broke my heart, knowing that my mom has, something that could end her life at any point in time, and I'm behind bars due to, I'm assuming, my drug addictive lifestyle. And oh my God, thank God she did not pass away or anything like that while you were behind bars, because I'm pretty sure that would be on your conscience a lot more, and it will weigh more heavier than what it is now, or what it has, because you may not be, going through it like you were back then. I was bad, no hair. And reading the big book, it definitely says that you have to admit to yourself that you have this problem. And I think this is the reason why life got better for you, because you admitted to yourself before you admitted to even God, even 12 step, your family, or whomever, your damn pet. You admitted to yourself, I have this issue and I seriously need help for it, because I can end up dead. The people in my life, you know, could sever ways from me, anything, so yeah, certain things in your life you must hold on to, especially your early days. Hold on to the powerful people and moments. Step one, admitting your power. All right for knowing them damn steps, because I haven't made it there yet. Step one is you definitely right. Admit that you are powerless to your addiction. I can't think of exactly the words verbatim, but you are definitely on the right track in regard to admitting to yourself and to others that you are powerless against your addiction. And I also learned, and not, disrespecting anyone that surrendered their battle to a 12-step organization before surrendering it to the spiritual realm. But I knew that the spirit realm had the answers to all of this before man did, or before man does. That's why I pretty much surrendered my battle to the spirit realm before I gave it us the 12-step. To be honest with you, after I gave my battle of addiction up to the spirit realm, that opened the doors to 12-step, Recovia, and all of these other organizations that I'm attending in regard to remaining sober. I'm not sure if you're following me or not. I don't pressure anyone to do anything like that, but I am going to be doing something for my people of addiction here real soon. I told you guys that I felt like I didn't have anything to offer my followers and or my people of addiction out there. And there's something that I'm going to do for you guys, and you are the prime example of me, wanting to do this. I I may as well foreshadow. I have kefir grains, and if you look up kefir grains on the internet, Amazon, eBay, and all of those different platforms, it's expensive for a teaspoon of that shit. To buy kefir already made at the store, it's expensive. Kefir is not cheap. I don't have water kefir anymore. I'm going to order some, but I'm trying to format it in a way where if people go on my Facebook group platform or either on here and share their stories of addiction or whatever, I will come off of, a teaspoon or whatever of kefir grains and water kefir grains to keep my people of addiction healthy and whatever else. I still have to format it, in the correct way, but that's how I want to do it. You guys share your heartfelt stories in regard to it, your heartfelt stories and your not just heartfelt stories, but your stories of conquer in regard to your addiction. And yeah, I would definitely come off of my kefir grains in order to keep you and your loved ones happy. I don't want to just instill all of this goodness in regard to probiotics in my body. And I also want us to share ingredients, with our kefir grains or whatever. So again, I have to format this in a way where, I can hear your stories and whatever else, and not judge, but go from there in regard to my decision, who I want to share my grains with. It would probably be on a monthly basis because y'all not gonna, take all my damn kefir grains. But I can populate water kefir grains faster than I can populate milk kefir grains. But it will probably be on a monthly basis where I go through the stories and see what stories stand out the best and figure out a way to ship you guys, kefir so that you and your families can, be healthy. All right, let me see what you guys said. I really do appreciate your kind words. You said you are spiritual also. I have a great, um, how can I say it, friendship with the universe. I have a better friendship with the universe than what I have with human beings, to be honest with you. You may benefit from this book that I'm reading. It's called The Seven Type of Spirit Guide, How to Connect with Your Cosmic Helpers by Yamunya, if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. It is a fantastic book. I picture or envision God as the trunk of a tree, and the branches are the gods and goddesses. And this book basically tells you which spirit guides are working with you the most, how to connect with them, etc., etc. And I love it. Oh my God, I love it. So again, The Seven Type of Spirit Guide, How to Connect with Your Cosmic Helpers, is the book that you may benefit from. And thanks for that beautiful comment. I really do appreciate it. This is why I am going to reach out to the expert of YouTube in regard to SEO monetizing my content, because I've been at this for a long time and I thought that I could do this, without the help of others. But if I really want to get my message out there and help those addicts that need help the most, I'm probably more than likely I'm going to have to fund my cause. And reading the big book alone has shown me that funding a cause that you stand firm for is not a bad thing. They wouldn't have surpassed 1,400,000 and I think 50,000 copies of the Alcoholic Anonymous book if there weren't some type of funding in it. Let me see what you said. I'm sorry. Okay, I now want you to realize something. You have a lot to offer. I relate to you more than I relate to my family. Oh, wow. I read that. Hold on one second. Let me finish reading what you said. You know what? I'm a water sign. Just reading what you said, we'll have a big puddle of motherfucking water out here due to my tears. I'm holding back because honestly, those are some powerful words that you just shared with me. Thank you so much. The fact that you can relate to me, and I'm just your normal person that struggles with mental health and addiction. But the fact that you can relate to me over your family, it says a lot in regard to my energy and what I'm really, what I'm here for. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. No, let's rephrase that. We don't live sad lives. We live very happy, beneficial lives. I'm happier now. I have to, I thank my addiction for the things that it put me through. It's given me wisdom. It's made me, it's confirmed my belief in the spirit realm and, whatever else the case may be. It's done a lot for me. It took away from me 10, 10, 10, 10. Hold on. You said you're spiritual, right? I'm all about the angelic numbers. That is a clear sign. And it just turned 10, 11. So it was meant for me to turn my head in the direction of this motherfucking clock and see that time. Excuse me, I don't mean to be, get all, out of character, but I am a firm believer in allowing the universe to guide me. Some people in this world get their guidance from man, and I used to get my guidance from man, and look what the hell that got me. Now that I've given my life up to the spirit realm and God, I'm being led and guided to some wonderful places. And had I still been in my addiction, I would never got these blessings. I'm glad that you are spiritual like that. Maybe I can talk to you the way that I talk to my coworker. I don't open up the doors in regard to my spirituality because I think I fear what people will think and or say. I really don't give a fuck. Not this. This is not towards you, but reading that book that I told you about. Oh my God, there is so much magic in this world. We are animals to a degree, and animals have some extraordinary powers. The power of camouflage, venom, whatever else the case may be. And we have spiritual powers, psychic abilities, clairvoyance, clairaudience, etc., etc. I don't want to shy away from those gifts. And a lot of people that don't, how can I say it? That are too afraid to experience the gifts that the spirit realm has given us. They look at us like we're crazy. I mean, not to call you bitch, but I mean, you guys are insane to think that people that have these gifts. Anyway, let me see what you said. It just angers me. I hate navigating in a world that is still asleep. That's what get on my nerves. And trying to help, well, fuck trying to help. Trying to get people to open up their eyes and see the world in a whole different, aspect. It's hard. So, yeah. Okay, let me see what you said. We have been through a lot, and what we've been through has shaped us into the individuals that we are today, which is resilient, powerful. We're leaders and we're teachers. We're able to take our life and oh, look at this one. Baby, hi, hold on. Oh, I don't mean to do this. Hold on. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry, Lord. I don't mean to do this. This is sad. This is sad. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, I do not mean to do this. I don't. But I have to show the world. I mean, shit, this is mild compared to this one platform that's centered here in Arizona that show people in the raws in regard to their addiction. Baby, that particular, what is it called? Oh my God, I can't think of it. But they show addiction in the Arizona area at its rawest. This is mild compared, to that particular platform. Okay, let me see. Long story. Thank you. I really do appreciate you. If I had magical powers right now, I would just give you every motherfucking thing. Not because you are raising my vibrations with the things that you are saying or writing, but I genuinely feel like you are being bona fide with me, and I appreciate that. Um, oh my God. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think because you have a very good story. Um, I am doing interviews. I have another platform. I'm on Podbean, but I have a platform that pays me for interviews. I also, like I told you, I have a partner that I met on Podbean, my podcasting platform. She is Real Talk Recovery. She's on YouTube as well. Extraordinary interviewer. Maybe I could link you two up, and she can, interview. That's if you want to. But I don't want to exit out of live chat, but do you have Facebook or Instagram? And, okay, I'm reading what you said. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if you want to. Okay, is this your name here on Facebook, Wishing Fox, or how would this person get in contact with you and vice versa? They're Miss Mo, Real Talk Recovery on Instagram, um, Facebook, and Podbean. Just to foreshadow in the event that you want, to look her up and, see what she's all about. She's a master coach. She's a master sobriety coach, very, very informed. And I think that you will give a very, very good interview. Oh, and to foreshadow myself and the person that I'm foreshadowing with you, our niche is huge. Like I said, the addiction and recovery family, we're only growing and getting larger. Myself and Ms. Mo brainstorm in regard to things that we feel the addiction and recovery community can benefit from. You guys are going to see hella merch coming up from not only myself but from Ms. Mo as well. I don't want to say too much because people will steal your ideas, and I don't want any of my ideas, more or less hers, to be stolen, because we brainstorm for about a good hour in regard to a hell of a lot of stuff. And there are a lot of stores out there geared towards, our niche that sell clothing and some of everything else. So that definitely gave us some ideas in regard to things that we can present for you guys, or I can present to you guys. I'm already in the works of branding LLS, which means love, light, and support of oneself and each other. LLS, I have a way that I wanted, but my good friend that's into fashion, they critique me on a lot of different things, which is good for me because I'm not trying to present anything bunk for you guys. But LLS is going to be one thing. Since I use scallywags a lot, there is going to be a shirt that deals with scallywags. And there will be a shirt. I was going to have a shirt made that says real addiction, relapse, and recovery. But the friend that I just told you guys about critiqued me in regard to the relapse aspect of it all. I'm removing that, and the shirt will center around addiction and recovery. So those are just a few things that I'm working on for you guys. Okay, let me see what you said. Oh, you've spoken in front of 200 people. My story is sad and powerful. I do it for a living, literally. Okay. Oh yes, yeah. This very area. Oh, let me tell you something. Hold on. Though I would pick a scallywag up real quick, real quick. It didn't matter. They could be dirty. They could child. It did not matter. My addiction had me under straight perversion. That's how much I. That's how much I did not know my self-worth, because I would pick up some of anything just to have sex with, because I was, under the influence of damn methamphetamine. I'm so glad that the day I sobered up is the day that I had nothing to do with any perversion. I haven't watched any porn, no fondling of myself. Well, let me quit lying, maybe one time, but I did not finish anything because I came so far in regard to my semen retention that I felt weird doing that. So, but other than that, I have not touched any scallywags or anything like that. And that is power. Sexual energy is some of the strongest energy out there. And to be able to refrain from anything that deals with sex, porn, and perversion, especially for me, I'm a Scorpio. My birthday is on Halloween, if I'm not mistaken. In astrology, Scorpios rule the genitals, and when I was under methamphetamine, I was ruling them genitals. Okay, I had this car that I'm sitting in right now. I would have a scallywag in the front. I would have a scallywag in the back. If one scallywag passed out on methamphetamine, I would reach in the back and start touching the other one. When that one passed out, I would reach in the front and start to. Baby, I was ratchet as the fuck under methamphetamine. Okay, not. Let me see what you said. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever attended a Cocaine Anonymous convention? Next year is going to be held in, Florida. What part of Florida? I forgot. But I think that you or any addict and or the non should attend a Cocaine Anonymous convention. It's a lot of fun. It's very informative. And if you are a highly sensitive empath like me, you will feel the energy in that room. The energy was so strong to the point where I nearly got sick. Not in a bad way. It was just that much light in that damn room. Over 1,000 or something recovering addicts and their loved ones or whatever. Oh my God, it's a powerful thing. Okay, I speak a lot. I go to detox in schools and meetings. Okay, you normally stick to AA. I normally stick to Narcotic Anonymous. I want to explore all groups because we are all, even though our addictions may differ, we all come from addiction. I want to check out some, sex anonymous groups. I hope nobody be trying to bone me, but or vice versa. People that go to them groups and they horny. But I don't want to discriminate in regard to what other people go through. More or less, take the tools from each of those organizations and or people and apply them to my life to keep those protective barriers going. Okay, I go to what's that? Is that NA or HA? Now, isn't there Porn Anonymous? There should be. There should be an All Fans Anonymous. As many people that go on All Fans and show their genitals and whatever the case may be for money and clout and whatever else. Oh my God. Oh my God. Talking about, not to talk about it, but to talk about it. Porn sites. Oh my goodness. They are glamorizing drugs. Chatterbait, XNXX, Pornhub. You put in that search engine, I think they blocked PNP, party and play, but there's other ways of getting around to viewing drug induced content. I don't know how many videos I came across on some of these adult porn sites that were geared around methamphetamine and sex and porn, and it's glorified, and people are getting paid to sit behind the camera and smoke meth and do goofy shit. I'm in awe with it. I promise you, I'm in awe with it. Something that's killing people and keeping people strongly addictive is also getting glorified. And this is what I mean by the world. I can't handle it sometimes. Okay, let me see what you said. Yes, there is SA. You know, you're absolutely right about that. And I see people from my platform, people either come or go in regard to my platforms, but the more that I become team God and live my life with spiritual discernment, the more that my light reveals people's darkness. And either they remove themselves or the spirit realm removes them or I remove them. And you know, Tesla, some of these presidents, some of the greats would not have made it to, they wouldn't have made it to that, how can I say it? They wouldn't have reached the light at the end of the tunnel if they kept distraction in their life. And the fact that I am limiting my distraction causes the issue with people. Have you ever experienced that? Like when you stay focused on your sobriety and your recovery and you limited your distractions, did that ever cause a problem, you know, for other people? Why would me getting focused cause a problem for your ass? Because misery loves company? Oh shit, I'm almost checking my gas. Let me turn my car off. I should be okay. I'll wait for you to answer that question. But wait, let me see. Oh, definitely, definitely, definitely. And when I was in the world of, you know, in the drug world, I could count on one hand how many shit, maybe I can't count on one hand how many friends I had. You know, you can't trust no one in that world at all. And I would lower my standards in order to be a part of that world. I would literally leave my apartment and become homeless. And, you know, shit, just like I did, you know, before I quit methamphetamine recently. You know, I would be out here with these individuals sitting on the ground and whatever else the case may be, having bugs crawl all over me and stuff, just to be a part of that world. Like I'm missing something. Have you ever felt like that? Before I gave up my addiction, I didn't feel sad or anything like that, but I felt like I was just giving up something. And I'm not sure, maybe a lot of other addicts feel that way too. Like it was hard to sever ways with their addiction. Was it like that for you? Exactly. The most important thing is you. I know. Oh my God, y'all should have seen when I ended my relationship with Scallywags. I was beating on my damn car's steering wheel and everything when I would pass the Scallywag because I know me. I would ride around in these very areas with my methamphetamine pipe, dope, and everything. That was my game. I would prey upon the weak, and you know, if I catch their eye, I would, you know, lift up my methamphetamine pipe, and you know, before you know it, they, you know, come into my car. We, you know, have a conversation. I spit the right game, and they're in my car smoking meth, and we watching porn and whatever else. You know, and the even sadder thing is I should know better considering I was preyed upon, you know, when I was young and I was molested and taken advantage of. So me continuing that cycle, even though I'm not well, let me quit playing, because when motherfuckers passed out on fentanyl, I was touching all type of genitals. But you know, that was wrong too. But you know, I'm keeping it real. But I'm just glad that, I mean, just looking at these people to the left of me, I'm glad that I'm not like that. Earlier while I was out, it's hot as fucking Arizona. People were passed out literally on fentanyl, couldn't move or anything like that. More or less put water in their mouth to stay hydrated. I'm looking at these individuals like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. It's hot as fuck out here, and y'all decide that y'all want to get, you know, get fucked up on some damn fentanyl. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. People die from the sun. You couldn't tell this person that. I mean, they were literally. I remember I was homeless here in Arizona at Cass Homeless Shelter. I don't wait. It was after the fact. I went to a food pantry in that area, and after I scored my, you know, scored my items from the food pantry, I rode down. The street in the area, you know, where Cass Homeless Shelter is, and there was a dude. It scared me. He was in a certain position that looked like it was painful. It almost looked like Satan. What's the word? You know how you watch a scary movie and he possessed somebody and contort their body in a way that you just don't want to be in. That's how that person was, just standing in that position. I was going to take a picture or something of them, because I was just like, oh my God, they did not move or anything. And I'm just like, why would people spend whatever amount of money to nod off and get robbed? I mean, there were so many people I partied with that would smoke fentanyl and would tell me stories of how you got robbed, blah, blah, blah. Well, did you get high and nod off? Oh, I only nodded off for a second. That's enough time for you to get robbed. Damn. I promise you, I wish that I had a video and or a picture of this. They were melanin, my people. I just know that it was scary, and it was broad daylight, sun beaming on your ass type shit. And I'm just like, this person, who knows how long they've been in that position. They're not drinking any water, they're not staying hydrated or anything like that. I mean, it's scary how fentanyl really takes control of people. It really is. Let me see what she said. Let me see. I don't. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You know, methamphetamine for me was a escape in order to deal with my true internal feelings about myself, about life, about a lot of different things. Going to that damn pipe, you know, I thought was the cure to everything, and come to find out it's not. And for people out there that think, you know, any type of drug, you know, aside from marijuana or whatever, is you know, even that can be, you know, an addicting substance as well. But oh my, yeah. Let me see what you said. Yeah. When I went into recovery, I was beyond sick. I was throwing up. Not only that, I now Traxon. I'm not sure if you've taken any medications in regard to blocking the cravings of the substance that you were abusing, but I was taking naltrexone for a while, which is the craving block. It's the craving, it blocks the cravings of opioid abuse and methamphetamine and who knows what else. I'm sure it's beneficial for a lot of people, because I read that I read that naltrexone saves lives, but it did a wonder on me. It had me constipated. I was profusely sweating. I threw up on it a couple of times. My stomach would not settle on that drug. I'm not saying to my people of addiction out there not to benefit from it, but I couldn't take it, so I ended up, cutting it out of my life. Let me see what you said. I'm reading what you know, but let me tell you something. There are a lot of things that I expect. This is why I thank my addiction, because my addiction opened up some powers. I did not know how psychic my ass is until my addiction came along, especially when I, went further deep into my addiction. I did not know that I have the abilities to. I'm not necessarily see through walls, but I was able to see certain things. This is this type of stuff I don't open up about because people will place judgment on you, which I don't care. But you're absolutely right. I think when you're in addiction, you're highly sensitive to a lot of different things, and if you're already a sensitive person, you would definitely feel, see, and or experience things on a whole different level than most. But yeah, what's going on? Y'all hear that? I think they're having church services. Not being rude, but ain't nobody thinking about no church services over here, especially on the peripheral area. They getting high. Shit. They need to be in there getting praised. He could barely sit still. I'm not going to exploit them any more than what I have. But let me see what you said. um, you know, from some I read something in regard to we human beings, and I can't think of the name of the book, but I think the book said we have 7 ears. This these set of ears aren't just our, oh my god, these set of ears aren't just the ears that we have ears that expand out into the universe. A lot of people may not believe that, but I absolutely believe it. And I just think that you probably already had those abilities, but drugs brought it out more. Now, when I was in my addiction, I always seen red dots. I'm not sure in a symbolic sense or a spiritual sense what that meant. But in my head, I always felt like I was being recorded, or somebody had a laser gun pointed at me, but more being recorded than anything. That's what I always, envisioned, these red dots. And surprisingly, have you ever seen the show I Survived? Ooh, my hair. I'll wait for you to answer the question. Perfect. There was an episode, I think it's centered around a family in New Jersey somewhere. I remember the wife, short, dark hair, her bangs straight, the rest of her hair curly. Anyway, she was people from Killers. Is that a show? People from Killers. The ones that I'm talking about is oh my god, I'm so ADHD. I Survive. Okay. So anyway, this particular family, their house got burglarized and whatever, and the mom and the dad were tied up. They had a son that was, I believe, a teenager, maybe 13, 12. Anyway, the person that robbed them or whatever removed the son from the bedroom because that's where the parents were tied up at. And when the son returned, he was fucked up. The parents did not know that the person that invaded their home shot their son up with methamphetamine. Anyway, I was in tears when the mom was explaining what their son was experiencing under the influence of methamphetamine. They, just like I told you, I was experiencing red dots. The mother said that the son was like, "Mom, what's those red dots over there?" Blah blah blah, and I fell out. I couldn't hold it. I'm like, "Oh my God, this boy that probably hasn't done a drug in his life, considering they're considering what they're family presented on TV. They seem like they, come from a good upbringing or whatever else. I'm pretty sure this boy have never had a drug in his system. To be that young and experience these red dots like I have, and I've been in the methamphetamine world for years, that was heartbreaking. I'm just like, oh my God, but yeah, I felt the same way. I'm just, and that means something. Those red dots in a spiritual sense mean something, but I experienced plenty of red dots in my days. And I accuse a lot of my neighbors of spying on me. Them bitches probably was spying on me. Who's to say? But yeah. I wish I knew that episode. I would share it with you. I tried to find it so that I could share it with my social media platform, but I can't find it. You know what? I often wonder how individuals that find out that they have been compromised find out this information aside from using spy detector, not, yeah, spy cam detectors and whatever else. Intuition plays a huge role in regard to detecting something like that. And in most cases, while I was under the influence of methamphetamine, I know damn good and well my neighbors I was compromised by them, especially my neighbors now. While I was in my addiction, my neighbors had fun with me. They would laugh, talk all type of shit, whatever, and they knew what I was up to because of what I presented to them. I would bring home scallywags and all type of shit. I fucked my car up, worried about dick and meth. I hit the pole to my parking spot and, fuck my car up, trying to get in the house, to get high. So they knew exactly what I was up to. But now that I'm recovering and I'm winning, and the spirit realm, basically everything is being handed to me. Yes, I'm putting in the work, but the spirit realm is manifesting everything for me perfectly, and they know that I'm about to live my best life. I'm moving away from they asses. I'm happy. I'm in my high vibrations. I'm recording for social media. I'm doing well for myself. That's not what they wanted for me. They wanted me to still be that person bringing home scallywags, twisting methamphetamine pipes, accusing them of spying on me, blah, 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 blah. People don't want to see you do well. They get used to that person that you present to them that isn't you. But then when you emerge into you and you show them who the fuck you really are, they can't accept that. Oh, it had me on edge. A great majority of meth made me beyond paranoid. A lot of people that I accuse of treating me a particular way probably did not treat me that way. I remember when Craigslist was popular back in my Vegas days, and I, invited someone over that I met, from that site, and of course we did methamphetamine or whatever else, and I accused them of, being a little smartass, and they probably were in their own little way, but I held them hostage in my apartment. I still have the knife. I took that damn knife. I was out of my mind. I'm pretty sure I was beyond psychotic because that person was beyond scared of my ass. I took that knife and I slowly, cut their forehead with it. And I remember they were bleeding and I snapped out of it. And I instantly felt bad in regard to what I did. And I grabbed them some tissue and I took a picture of them. I don't have it currently, but I took a picture of them. They had their hand over their forehead. They were wearing a hat. The hat was lifted up. Their hand was over their forehead with the tissue, and they looked very scared. I would not let them go, and I feel, even to this day, very bad in regard to what I put that person through because I decided to fuck around with drugs. Let me see what you said. Oh, you said, that. Oh, look, I don't fuck with gay. Not being funny, but when I look for prey, or when I used to look for prey under the influence of methamphetamine, I would always go for straight men. It's mighty funny how straight men claim that they're so straight, but when you get some meth in their ass, the whole ball game changed. I have been with so many alleged straight men that would. I don't want to be too graphic. I used to be a phone sex operator in my Vegas days. I will put a picture in your mind that will be so vivid and candid, you will probably not get it out of your head for a long time. So I'm not going to go there, but yeah. Oh, you said, oh my God, scared they for life. I've hurt people also. You know, I think I honestly, I've never really gotten over my molestation. Even though, well, I haven't forgiven the person that molested me, but that definitely played a huge role in regard to me being a sexual deviant under the influence of methamphetamine. Oh my God. But it's a matter of, gaining your life back and fighting against those odds the best way that you possibly can. So how did you hurt people? What did you do? I've never really stolen from people in order to support my habit. I pretty much was able to support my own habit, but I did have people in my life that stole from me. But I was so damn high. Who's to say what they got from me? I know that dope was stolen from me. Porn was stolen from me. Probably some damn frozen pork chops. Who's to say? Shit. I did accuse somebody of stealing my frozen pork chops back in the days when I was eating meat and fucking with meth. I sure did accuse that ass of stealing my pork chops. I've got messed up on Xanax. I used to take Xanax and really hurt this guy fighting. Broke his face and really busted him up. I'm a big man, 280 pounds, 6'4". All right. Well, you know what? Some people need to be hurt. I mean, sorry, but just keeping it real. Some of y'all may feel like I need to be hurt. But anyway, some people will take you there in regard to testing your patience and whatever else. I get it. Like earlier, someone came on my platform and said something rude in regard to my eye situation, and I've been teased about my eye all of my life, considering I have a congenital detached retina. So, in a nutshell, I'm pretty much blind out of my right eye, but I can see, I can't see little things, but technically I'm blind out of that eye. And for that person, to come on my platform and be as ignorant as they were in regards to their question, it pissed me off. And I lowered my vibrations and entered into 3D in regard to how I replied to their ass, because it did piss me off. But, I try not to lower my vibrations to fit people's ignorance. That's what I try not to do. Oh, do you really? We have more in common than, oh, wow. I like to see what you look like. Which eye is, I hate to say lazy. Surprisingly, even though this eye, ugh, I'm not going to say I don't like it, but how can I say it? No, I may as well keep it real. No, I don't like my detached retina. I don't like the fact when I stare at in a person's eyes to have a conversation with them, their eyes usually follow, my detached retina, and it draws a line of insecurity. So yeah, your left. Okay, mine is my right. Oh wow, were you teased about that? I'm not really a candidate for eye surgery considering my detached retina, but they're gonna have to do something if cataracts, starts to form along the way. Now they have some damn good technology in regard to eye surgery. You know, we'll cross that line when it happens, unfortunately. But you know, yeah, I don't. I'm already going through what I'm going through. It would be lovely to view the world with both set of eyes, but I fear, you know, losing the other one. You know, yeah. So it's a scary thing. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't have came unglued in regard to the person that made that silly ass comment. Had they came at me in a whole different manner. I remember when I was homeless back in my hometown of Rockford, Illinois. I was homeless at the Rockford Rescue Mission for getting smart with my mama. She kicked my ass out. But anyway, I'm scarred up for methamphetamine. And even though I did not want to take showers around all of those men, I had to. And one person by the name of Louis noticed all of the spots on my back. And they, you know, I believe we were still washing our ass, but they asked me, you know, D, what are those spots on your back? And I kind of shied away from it, but I kept it real with them. This is what, you know, drugs cause. You know, I mean, these are the scars of, you know, abusing drugs. So yeah, I definitely don't wear certain shirts to expose those scars, but I don't want my addiction to define me. I want it to refine me. So this is why I'm going to create content for you guys exposing these sores, because you know, I'm not proud of them, but you know, I accumulated them along the way for abusing methamphetamine. But let me see what you said. People have. Oh, we all have feelings. Of course, we have feelings. You know, it when that person made that comment in regard to my eye that came on the platform, it resurfaced memories from my past. Of course, I got angry about that because you know, who wants to be teased? Especially as a grown fucking individual who has time for that. You know, it's just a matter of you know, delivering your question in a whole different manner. But you know, people are just ignorant like that, and unfortunately, I have to share this world with them. Source, why did you do that? Put me in this world with the oh Lord. I mean, source, God, to you know how whatever you guys refer to him as. We have several different conversations in regard to the life that I spiritually contracted to enter into. Um, you know, most of us have come to this world before it is what it is now, and it was a totally different place, loving, caring, whatever else the case may be, and that's the world that I would wish would return. But because the spirit realm knew what type of life I was going to be leading before my creation, they oh my god, I'm so ADHD, I forgot where I was going. But what about the letter M? Did you have the letter M on your palm? And when you put your palms together, does it form the crescent moon? And do you have the crescent moon on your thumbs? This lets you know that you're really chosen. I love watching these videos in regard to the crescent moon, the letter M on the palms, or whatever else. This has definitely um, um, this has definitely prompted me into diving further regarding my spirituality. This is one reason why I stopped eating meat because, for one, I don't want to consume flesh that comes from tortured and or abused animals. And I recall having a conversation with a Muslim, and they were trying to influence me in regard to their way being a lot better, torturing the animals because they do it so quick and the animal doesn't have time to release those hormones if it were, you know, tortured and scared or whatever. And I'm looking at them like, this is going to make me go to my local grocery store and buy all type of motherfucking meat, grill it, saute it, fry it, bread it, and just enjoy it. I don't want any form of meat in my damn body. I don't care if the animal was treated good or not. Yeah, I just know my walk in regard to my spirituality, and what I should have been doing years ago, I'm doing now. Certain foods block my spiritual channels in regard to hearing messages from the spiritual realm, etc., etc. I don't, I frequent on a whole different vibration, and I love living my life the way that I live it. Some people may think that it's strange, but I wasn't created to go with the grain. I was created to go against the grain. And this is what God likes about his chosen ones. We ask questions, we ruffle feathers, we don't give a damn. If we see injustice, we stand up for it. Yes, we have a huge role in this world. Let me see what you said. I have to get going. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I have to go to bed. It is 2 a.m. It is, hold on. Going on 11 o'clock. It was very nice meeting you and talking to you. I'll tell you something important. I will do that. I would do that. Thank you for your advice. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your conversation. And thank you for not only being honest with me, but being honest with everyone, including these motherfuckers over here getting high. Not, but I really do appreciate that. You're powerful. You are powerful. And that's what it's all about. Don't want to call you an addict, but one person of addiction sharing that power with someone of addiction that is weak and could use that light and or energy. I think we all try. We can only try to a certain degree. If people want the help, they will seek it. And like these individuals over here, obviously they don't give a damn about no help. That's why they're over there getting high. So you can't save everybody. Thank you. I appreciate those words. No, Scotty, but they balls probably smell like reindeer ass. I'm good on all that, even though I used to pick that shit up in the past. But no, they look sweaty. They look nasty. They look like they. I can't even express how. Where's my cross? I'll just leave it as that. I mean, they good for the picking. Don't get me wrong. I would definitely be the lion picking up a wildebeest. Trust me, claws out and everything. But these people are sick, ill. They don't know any better. What's my Instagram? My Instagram is addiction underscore recover addiction underscore relapse dot recovery, if I'm not mistaken. Look it up real quick before you leave. Hello to the other person that's in here. Thanks for joining. Feel free to say something before I end. I'm moist. Okay, y'all see me sweating, but I'm doing this for you guys. Oh, look at them. Oh, look at them. Baby. He can't even barely walk. I would have Skellywag all up in this car, nut juices all over the place, excuse my French. Baby, oh, I would be wretched. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not in that lifestyle anymore. Oh my goodness. Let me know if you find it. All right, for the Spanish church music. I'm trying. I don't know how do I type? Let me see. Is this it? No. No. Oh my God. I do apologize. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. Damn. I'm sorry. I do not know how to send a wait. Okay, that's it. Addiction underscore because yep, that's it. I should have about 200 and something followers if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. Oh my God. No, I'm not on drugs for those that just entered into the live chat. It's hot. Shit. I don't want to, waste too much gas. But no, if when I was on drugs, yes, I used to sweat just like this. There's another scallywag right there. Hold on.